Welcome back to Green Technology class. So, I will start with the presentation slightly. Okay. Is the full screen available? Is the full screen observable to you? Full screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, full screen.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Okay, okay. Okay. So, just like other classes also, I will show you some video on green technology, which will enhance your interest in the subject, because only theoretical, so it's a bit theoretical subject altogether, and the points are very important for your MCQ examination, because you have to sit for an MCQ examination at the end, and that's very important. And based on an MCQ examination for this time, three students, first, second, and third, they will be awarded a special certificate uh, from me, okay, from the department. So make sure. Achha. So as I already told you that some of the components for green technology, that is, we know energy efficiency, water efficiency, all these are the basic parameters we have learned last few classes. We've already got an idea that what the subject is, or what you are going to learn in the subject for the upcoming few months. Okay. So, as I told you, we will often go for renewable energy resources, and we will also go for eco-friendly building materials, reducing VOC or volatile organic compounds. And how we can efficiently save water? We can efficiently save water, or water efficiency will be applied through, or will be implemented. I should not say applied. It will be implemented through efficient plumbing fixtures. That means sanitary plumbing, the sanitary appliances which you use, they should be leak free, they should be efficient enough. Okay. Nowadays, we have seen in many airports, particularly, which are sensor-based taps, If you take your hand below the taps there, automatically the water rushes down. When you remove your tap, when you remove your hand, the taps automatically switch off the water flow. So sensor-based appliances also is nothing but we are saving water, because water is very what should I say? It's a matter on which even world war can take place. So it's very scarce. Fresh water availability is very scarce. So we should not waste unnecessarily fresh water. Okay. So coming back to the reimagining and redesigning how household work by, for instance, reusing wastewater in toilet flushes to reduce consumption, or having a place for composting food leftovers are also examples of the green building philosophy. Many people do this. In many flat complexes, you will see we have people go for reusing wastewater in toilet flushes. Okay. Because wastewater means not the canal, the nala water or the sewage water, but the water which is not very clean, but it can be used in toilet flush, or another type like wastewater. For example, in Japan, in many cities in Japan, they have installed flushes like in such a manner that they are going for brushing the teeth in the morning, and the water which they're using, that is stored in the toilet flush, and they are using for other toilet purposes. Okay, so reusing wastewater in toilet flush to reduce consumption, and also composting the food leftovers. Leftover foods, we sometimes waste food, or we sometimes don't feel to intake food, we left it over. So the leftover food can also be used for composting. Not only leftover foods, even the vegetable, even the fruit leftovers can be used for your composting. In the end, the overall goal is that energy efficiency, heating, and water use of buildings becomes more efficient. This is the main purpose. Okay. Now coming to the monetary valuation. So as I told you in the first class, green building boosts property value of property. That means they boost the property, or they boost the what should I say, the economy of the property. How? Let us see one case study. So because since everything is related with money, at the end of the day, so there's some instances where I have taken for you or taken out for you some examples. Okay. The study finds that on average, certified buildings have a higher occupancy rate. Higher occupancy rate means not only I and you, normal people of a normal medium of a average income group, but also the people coming from a high income group, companies, offices, they take rent. They establish their offices, they establish their establishments in certified buildings rather than non-certified buildings. So top companies, for example, if you consider company of Facebook, you consider company of Google. Google, their main head office is also green building certified. Okay. So what the top company, the top notch companies, they actually look out for certified buildings because of status and also to maintain the health and hygiene of their employees. Also the health and hygiene of the indoor environmental quality of the offices. Because they also maintain that stature. Because if you feel they're the top unicorn companies, top 5-6 companies in the world, so obviously their status is that extent. Now see, instances show that plus 4%, that is 4% more profit for LEED certified buildings. LEED is, as I told you, it's a US-based governing body, just like GRIHA, GRIHA of India. I will show you the various components and parameters of LEED certified buildings, or 9.5% for office buildings. For residential buildings, 4% increment in economy, and for office buildings, we have 9.5% economy in building. Energy Star certified, American energy efficiency level buildings are also better rented than those with no certification, plus 3.7% on the rental price for LEED certified buildings. Okay, so for rental certified, even we will get shocked when I will discuss more on TEDI and GRIHA, that even the government of India, not now, much years back, starting from 5 to 10 years back, in many states of India, there are also some relaxation on tax. There is relaxation on income tax for your green building certified. There are relaxation. There are many states like Goa, Tamil Nadu, not in West Bengal in particular, but in many states we will see for commercial buildings and for residential buildings. I will show you the chart one day that in different states, how is the relaxation of income tax of residential buildings as well as commercial buildings. It's also a very nice thing. The local state governments, they are promoting this concept. Okay, a very nice thing to see. I will show you in one particular class. At the end of the classes, I will show you while discussing the differences or the establishment dates between TEDI, GRIHA and LEED, TEDI and GRIHA, and then I will discuss that what are the percentages of income tax relaxation that you can avail by staying in one particular state. Okay, different states have different percentages. Okay. Studies remarks an increase in the property value of certified green buildings if it goes to resale. Another very important Since studies show that if you go for resale also, higher price can be hooked at, worth 8 to 10% more compared to original property value. In this way, investing in a green building is a profitable initiative for house owners in the short and long term, whether the prospect is renting or selling, whatever the perspective is. Now coming to our lead credit categories, LEED lead. Okay, so I will discuss one day what are the various green building rating organizations like LEED, BREEAM, GRIHA, TEDI, and also few other more. Okay, even in architecture students, they are extensively learning the subject of sustainable construction and sustainable architecture in their curricula. So this subject is now become a very prominent subject in the context of designers, civil engineers, and as well as architects. Okay, so this subject which you are taking the pain to attend my lecture classes, you will be highly benefited. Okay, one thing make sure. What are the pop points? Sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, materials and resources, indoor environmental quality, and innovation in operations and regional priority. So these are the 6 principles of LEED credit categories. So a typical skyscraper showing how we can implement green building or green technology. Such pictures, they are not artificial pictures, they are not AI pictures, but they are realistic pictures in Taiwan. If you go to Taiwan, Shanghai, these cities have large skyscrapers which are using the green technology. TCS Gitubitan, they are also very much green building certified. Now we are entering into our concepts of various components where points can be gained. First is passive architecture. What is passive architecture? Is a new thing. Adopt passive architectural design features to minimize negative environmental impacts. Passive active, obviously it is not active. What is passive? Passive means an indirect way how we can implement the interior architecture in a particular building or a particular floor. Indirectly, how can I adopt a new technology so that I can utilize my resources, renewable resources? That is the intent. In our IGBC guidelines, these are given in such a manner. Intent, what is our intent? Intent means the aim of this point. What is the aim under the subtext? Adopt passive architectural design to minimize negative environmental impacts. What are the negative environmental impacts you can consider? You can consider, for example, unnatural formation of CO2 in the rooms, unnatural heating also. All these can be taken. Okay. Option 1, simulation approach. What is simulation approach? We can demonstrate or we can implement passive architecture measures in the project has resulted in at least 2% energy savings of total annual energy consumption throughout whole building simulation approach. So we have life cycle analysis software. We have LCC software which can simulate that how much energy is being consumed by the building, how much energy that might be wasted, how much energy we can save through various softwares. We have Revit software. Few years back, one of my M.TECH students did a research on this area, on a particular building, a residential building. What is the energy simulation? There nowadays lot of softwares have come into where if you model the building, if you model the interior of a building, that software will come out with some output that how much energy it is consuming or how much energy that can be saved through passive architecture or energy efficient technology. So 2% energy savings can be adopted. Natural topography. Natural topography, obviously, natural topography means we are actually, uh, we will be, maintaining the natural environment. Okay, natural environment or surrounding environment of the building. Minimize disturbances or restore the site so as to reduce long-term negative environmental impacts, thereby promoting habitat and biodiversity. That means in a campus, if you are setting up a campus of an office or hospital or commercial buildings or institution, our surrounding habitat should be saved. Biodiversity, we have to create an ecosystem which enhances the biodiversity, that is enriching the soil, enriching the natural air condition, all these things. Option 1, natural topography and or vegetation. Avoid disturbances to the site by retaining natural topography. Avoid disturbance to the site by retaining natural topography and or design vegetated spaces on the ground for at least 15% of the site area. That's very, very important point. 15% of the site area, mane 15% of the plot area which you have got, that should be covered with topography. Topography means it can be natural, the greenery, which can be natural forestry. It can be, for example, the campus of IIT Madras. Consider the campus of IIT Madras is the largest campus of among the IITs, more or less, in India. IIT Kharagpur and IIT Madras. If you go to IIT Madras, if you get a scope to get IIT Madras, I will always tell you, please visit IIT Madras and IIT Kharagpur, because the campus there is an excellent. The environment is excellent. Even in IST Shivpur, the campus is very nice. The natural topography of that area is very much preserved. They are preserving the natural habitat, the natural greenery, grass, trees in that campus. So this is what 15% site area we should it should be addressed, or it should be the provision for greenery. See here, points are there. If the percentage of site area with natural topography or vegetation area will be more than equals to 15% of plot area by site area, 1 point. If it is more than 20%, then 2 points. So for example, you have a plot area of about 1000 square meter. Now, among 1000 square meter, if you have almost 200 square meter extensively the provision is there for greenery, then it will be 2 points. Okay, because from the greenery, oxygen production will lead to that. Okay, so it's very nice, natural area, nice area. In many offices, I have seen even there is no expansion in horizontal, but there is no horizontal gardening, but there is vertical gardening. So some small indigenous plants, greenery is being provided at the vertical walls of the building. So that is a vertical greenery. Those who will go to Vishwa Bangla Gate, in front of Vishwa Bangla Gate, there are some of the piers or the pillars of the bridge, of the flyover, where vertical gardening is being implemented extensively. If you feel in Kolkata also, few years back, it has been implemented vertical gardening in many offices. In the piers, surrounding the piers of the flyover, we have vertical gardening also. Okay, it's a very, very nice view to observe, where area is not very, you don't have sufficient area. How will you promote greenery? So that is how you can promote greenery also. Okay. Now, let me show you one video on this. Let us see one. I will show the energy efficient, sustainable architecture. Is another video. Is the video audible to you? Is the video audible to you?
ही नहीं
Oh,
सर
yes,
वीडियो
yes.
होता है
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just wait a minute. Yeah. Now, is it audible to you?
Yes.
Is it audible?
স্যার দেখতে পাচ্ছি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা okay.
না স্যার এখন ঠিক আছে
আচ্ছা now
এখন
see,
ঠিক আছে হালকা হালকা
now I'm starting the
দেখতে
video.
পাচ্ছি তো।
ठीक है. I have started the video. Can you see this?
হ্যাঁ
Yes,
স্যার
sir, দেখা যাচ্ছে sir.
Can you hear the video?
না
নো স্যার
No, sir,
No,
শোনা যাচ্ছে না,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now I will able to hear. The very good video. Please listen.
ইয়েস স্যার ইয়েস স্যার
Yes, sir.
শুনে যাচ্ছে
Okay. Now enjoy the video. After 5 minutes, it will the meeting will stop. Again, you have to rejoin. Okay. The video is again of Terry.
My
A
name
new
is Sanjay
version.
Prakash, and I'm an architect, mainly in the area of eco-friendly architecture, green design, unusual air conditioning systems or water recycling and such like systems.
See, so how the natural architecture is preserved using sustainable materials. So it is very new thing to learn. See here.
The main challenge that we face right now is that a lot of our building is predicated by a kind of short-sighted, driven by money kind of thinking. I think we have to look deeper than that. Are we creating cities that will benefit the nation and individuals, citizens in the best possible way? We have the option in India that we can leapfrog and reach an advanced stage of development without having to go through a certain resource consuming hump that the Western economies have gone through. We need to actually create an identity and an ethos which is truly our own and be able to design buildings that come from our own soil, as it were. So we're at a very nice organic farm that produces very good fruits and vegetables. Now let me take you inside this construction site and show you the various features that are being made.
First feature.
One of the most prominent features of this house, which is apparent to all visitors, are these wonderful vaults and domes that form its roof. And they've been done to reduce the quantity of steel dramatically. In fact, these vaults and these domes themselves have no steel.
See here, even though we talk about implementing less amount of masonry bricks, huge amount of masonry bricks is being used with dome-shaped structure, which requires less amount of reinforcement. Okay, less amount of steel is reduced. So masonry brick is also a new sustainable construction material.
We've designed them to be as well insulated as if there was an entire floor constructed above them.
White tiles are used for sun reflection.
We are on the south of the house, and the largest glazing are all on this side because they catch the winter sun. It's very likely that we will not require much or any heating in this house.
Even the orientation of the building is very important. Okay, within just a few seconds are left, the meeting will end. Again, he will join the meeting. Okay, I will run the video for you.
the rooms because all of them have some south exposure.
The south exposing buildings have